Welcome you all. In this video, we are focusing on how to supercharge your learning content with H5P. First, we will give brief introduction of H5P followed by demonstration of H5P for interactive presentation and finally summary. What is H5P? We are familiar with non-interactive web pages with text, images, and possibly even video. Interactive content provides a richer set of options for the user. They get more control over the flow of information on the screen and can input answers to questions to test their knowledge and understanding. H5P makes this easy. It provides simple to use wizard and what you see is what you get based. Editing tools for creating interactive content. It is integrated into Moodle. You can also enable downloading a H5P activity so that they can be copied, adapted, and reused. It also provides pedagogical options for effective and interactive teaching learning environment. It allows to create learning content such as course presentation, interactive video, question set, timeline, etc. In this video, you will learn when to use H5P course presentation, how to create a H5P course presentation. It helps package a piece of learning content in a structured and interactive format. Learners can experience the learning material while solving various quizzes. Various tools defined in H5P are flexible to use as they are simple to create, publish, and edit. Let us test your understanding. Here is the question. The H5P framework defined herewith is suitable for which type of learning? Synchronous or asynchronous learning? Keep your answers ready and visit our eAbhyas portal to provide quick response to this question.
In this video, I am going to demonstrate how to use H5P interactive course presentation. Basically, course presentations enables users to author and deliver their course material directly in their browser. Course presentations contain slides where we can add various multimedia and interactive elements to engage the learner. With this brief introduction of H5P, let me ask one simple question. What is the only thing that is required to view H5P content? You can keep your answer ready and later on visit our eAbhyas portal to provide the quick response to this question. Now I am going to demonstrate how to use H5P for creating interactive presentation. So log into your course. Use this edit gearbox. Click on turn editing on option. Scroll down to the week into which you want to add the interactive content. Suppose I want to add this content the week from 29 June to 5th July. Click on add an activity or resource. This opens add an activity or resource window. From the activity list, select H5P interactive content radio button. Click on add. This opens new interactive content window where you can define the title of the presentation as well as the content of your presentation. Here I am going to demonstrate how to create interactive presentation on the topic, say, berries. So under description, I'm going to use the title of my presentation. Then scroll down. Here we are presented with H5P editor. Using this H5P editor, either we can create content from scratch or we can upload the already created H5P content. Right now we are going to focus on creating content from scratch. So below that we are having different options. Let us first focus on course presentation. Click on course presentation. This opens editor for creating the slide and the related content. We'll start with title of the presentation. In this case, title of my presentation is berries. Below that, by default, we are presented with the first slide. Just click on slides option, which is the first option there. Show title option is selected by default. You also select always show checkbox. This is going to display the list of slides that are created by us. This will also enable us to change the title of the slides. The first slide that I'm going to create is on cloudberries. So let me change the title of my first slide. It is cloudberries. In order to add text to our slide, we have to use the text option. If you want to use hyperlink, then use link option. To add images, we are going to use image option. Let me add first background to this slide. To add background to the slide, we have to come down and select slide background option. We can add background with the help of template to all the slides that are present in my presentation. If I want to add background only to my current slide, then make use of this slide option and add the background. In my current slide, I want to add background to this slide only. So come down and click on Add button. Select the image which you want to add to your background. And then you can close the slide background screen. Let us add some text to this slide. I'll borrow some content from Wikipedia to paste in this text editor. This is the content that is going to go into my first slide. In this editor, there are different options for formatting the text that is added to the slide. Like you can make it bold, italic, you can align it, you can create bulleted list, you can create numbered list, you can change the font size. There is another option for setting the font size. For example, I want to change the font to 125%. So now it is much better visible. Let me add one title to this slide. Make it bold and change the font size to heading. If you don't want to display copyright button on your slide, then you can uncheck this from display options. I have partially completed my first slide, so let me click on Done button. You can drag the content. You can increase the area by holding the handles. One thing you might have noticed here is content is almost invisible. It is getting merged with the background color of the image. To increase the visibility of this content, again, I have to go to the edit option. Scroll down and increase the background opacity of the text. Let us see what happens when we make it 50. Click on Done. Now visibility has slightly increased. If you want to increase it further, let us make it 80. Much better now. So this is my first slide. This first slide gives the description about cloudberries. Let me create second slide now. There is a add new slide button here. I want to test the knowledge of our students. I want to see whether they have understood what is covered in my first slide or whether really they went through the content of the first slide. So I'm going to design one learning activity. Click on edit. Title of this slide is say task on Cloudberry. Task 1, if this is my first slide, first task. I'm going to make use of multiple choice option to create my first task. The title of this task is Task 1 Cloudberry. Task 1 on Cloudberry. The question will come under question editor. Suppose my question is, which country has a special section of Cloudberry diplomacy in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs? Below that, we have to type the options. My first option is Sweden. Second option is Italy. To add further options, click on Add option. Third option is Germany. One more option I want to add. So click on Add option. Fourth option is Canada. Now out of these four options, the correct option is Sweden. So this I am going to indicate by checking correct checkbox corresponding to the Sweden option. You can increase the opacity of this text also, this entire question. Let us again make it to 80 so that it becomes visible even when we put some background image. Just arrange the question so that the entire content of the question and the corresponding options are visible. I want to add background image to this slide also, so select slide background. Select this slide and add. So now I'm having one nice slide with an MCQ question. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to create fill in the type of question. Select fill in the blanks from the editor. Title of this task is Task 3 on Cloudberry. Task description is fill in the missing words. I'm not going to change this. Your actual question will come under text blocks. Just read these important instructions. To define the blank, you have to use star asterisk symbol in front and behind the correct word or phrase. If there are many alternative answers, then you separate them with a slash. And if you want to provide some tip about the correct answer, then make use of colon in front of the tip. So let us apply all these important instructions to in the blank question. Here is my question. The cloudberry is also known as not berry, bake apple, or dash. So dash is indicated with the help of two asterisk symbol. What is the correct answer we are expecting there? It's to be typed within those two asterisks. Correct answer is Everin. Some students may type in capital letters. Some students may use minor variation in the correct word. So whatever correct options you are expecting and which you consider as correct can be indicated within this asterisk symbol, and alternative answers can be separated by slash. Then there is another blank and Arctic. This is the correct answer. Now I wanted to provide some tip also. Tip is to be indicated with the help of colon. And my tip is same as name of one of the ocean. So this full thing is enclosed within asterisk. Increase the background opacity as before to 80 and click on done. Arrange the content properly so that it is visible to the users and see how it is appearing. The cloudberry is also known as not berry, big apple, or dash. Cloudberries can be found in alpine and dash. And there is a small icon here. This is appearing because we have provided hint. I will add one more slide. This time I'll name it as summary slide. Select summary option. Title of this is Cloudberry Summary. Introduction text is choose the correct statement. That means I am going to put up series of statements, and out of those statements, one statement is correct. My first statement is cloudberries are similar in shape and size to raspberries and blackberries. Please remember, while typing the correct options, see that always you put first statement as the correct option. H5P treats the first option as the correct option. Rest of the statements can be typed add the alternative statements. This is my second statement. I can add some more statements. Cloudberries are found in the northern hemisphere. So these are my three statements. Statement 1 is cloudberries are similar in shape and size to raspberries and blackberries. I have put this as my first statement because this is the correct alternative. Remaining two options are incorrect. Background set to 80. If I want to add some more statements, some more statement category, then click on add statements. Now please understand the difference between add statements and add statement. Add statement is pertaining to a given question, whereas add statements is for adding all together new set of question and corresponding statements. Let us see what happens when we click on add statements. So it again gives me series of statements. So this is altogether a new question. My second question statements are like this. My first statement, which is the correct statement. This is my second statement, which is incorrect. If I want to add one more category of statements, then again I am going to click on add statements. And type the remaining statements. After completing the summary slide, scroll down and click on Done button. And finally, after completing the entire presentation, click on Save and Return to Course button. You can view the output of your presentation by going to your course. And clicking on the corresponding presentation title. So this is how it will look like to your students. I have two questions for you now. My first question is, what is the use of alternative text for images? In the second question, I am having three statements. First one is, if I want to define slide content, which element is required? Second, if I want to set images for entire presentation, which H5P element is useful? And finally, if I want to test learning outcome of the learners at the end of the topic, which H5P element you are going to use? This video, along with the questions and answers, can be viewed by visiting our Moodle-enabled e-learning course on our e-Abhyas portal https://www.gccm.ac.in/gcmlms. This completes my first video. In this video, I tried to demonstrate the basic layout of H5P editor, and how to add interactivity to our content with the help of MCQ, fill in the blanks, and summary slides. Kindly share your feedback about this first attempt. In the next video, I am going to demonstrate how to use some other question types in our presentation. So stay tuned and thank you.